today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Atlanta. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Smith. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. From nearby Norcross, Georgia, it's Alvin Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 1st down, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll run it here with Huntley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Huntley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. From the gun, here's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Ooh, with a juke. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Room here to run. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Kamara up the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
P-Ryan will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They go again with Huntley.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Smith.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Put it on the carpet, a fumble.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On second down, Huntley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The Saints had 10-3 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Fields. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Smith. It puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 26. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A 10th carry for Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about
touchdown. Chris Olave. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. This taken in at the goal line.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll try the air now with Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Smith.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll find Schwartz complete right side. Now we're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Huntley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Smith. It's hauled in by Shepard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They'll run on first down. Huntley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Williams is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Michael Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coup now for the point after.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Fields on first down.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Here's Fields.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Play action. It's Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Fields. On a slant, complete to Michael Thomas.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will do it for this first half.
So, all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. After the interception, here's Smith.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On second down, Williams. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Out of the gun, Smith. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Huntley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Smith.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Geno. Touchdown, Falcons!
Jalen darted.
His 1st touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now it's Fields.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. To throw is Fields.
And this one's incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
To the air again, Fields. Got an open man, it's Olave. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
Touchdown, Saints!
Chris Olave
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
A run with Huntley.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Geno now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Fields on 3rd down.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
On 4th down, Fields. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Geno.
That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Smith. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Huntley, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the option to give to Williams here. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. On 2nd and 7, Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Smith now to throw. Fighting through pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A shotgun snap. Fields forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Onyemata able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap for Smith. Right back to Pitts again. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Throwing is Smith. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Smith.
Pass complete to Shepard.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Smith.
And that's caught by Williams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Back to throw. Finding, oh no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for New Orleans, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Tonight, we'll have the final 2 games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati.
Tonight, we'll have the final 2 games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down of the sack.
But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right?
A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he shifts past him. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up nicely with what looks to be a 1st and goal right around the 10-yard line. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll run with Chubb. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
1st down. Here's Burrow. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Touchdown, Bengals. Elijah Moore from 17 yards out. And the Bengals are once again back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
42 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Steps away.
And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 75. As his guys have now moved out in front.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Burrow looking to pass.
Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. Now it's Burrow.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here we go on 4th. Watson, throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Come on.
First down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson on the crossing route. He hits his man, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And he comes back with one complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
57 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Looking end zone,
but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Burrow on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
127 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Now a leaping catch, he's got it.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a 1st down, but the field goal team is out onto the field.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd and 7.
Burrow. He'll get this one to Pittman.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Mixon will try the right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And making the catch on the floater, that's more. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Mixon.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it.
Touchdown! Hayden Hurst.
Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. A give. This is Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Chubb running to the wide side.
Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Let's 57.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So this is it. 19. Hey, come on,
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The play made defensively that time by Isaiah Thomas.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
44, Mike, 44. Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
His throw caught right around the 6. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A final shot now for Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Browns, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout